From a shocking incident aboard a flight bound for Bangkok to a deadly tiger attack, a police scandal involving more than 20 alleged victims, and why now could be the perfect time to buy property in Pattaya. This is Thailand and Pattaya News. A Thai mother returning home from Italy has described the terrifying moment she woke up mid-flight to discover the man sitting beside her allegedly sexually assaulting her while her 4-year-old daughter slept on her lap. The 33-year-old had boarded a connecting flight in Dubai for Bangkok. She says she had fallen asleep, only to wake to find the passenger beside her allegedly carrying out a sexual act while also touching her inappropriately. Determined not to create panic in the cabin, she waited until the aircraft landed at Don Muang Airport before alerting cabin crew. According to witnesses, the suspect initially denied the allegations before later admitting what had happened, while both he and his traveling companions repeatedly begged for forgiveness. Cabin crew quickly separated the child from the situation before immigration officers escorted the man from the aircraft and handed him over to police. An Air India flight from Phuket to Delhi experienced violent turbulence this week, leaving at least 12 passengers and crew injured. The Airbus A320 encountered severe turbulence around 90 minutes after takeoff, with passengers who weren't wearing seatbelts thrown upwards, several striking the cabin ceiling. Video filmed on board shows frightened passengers and a cabin left in disarray. Fortunately, the aircraft landed safely in Delhi, where ambulances were already waiting. Several passengers and crew required treatment for head injuries, although the airline says no life-threatening injuries have been reported. A timely reminder, perhaps, when the seatbelt sign is on, it really isn't just a decoration. In Thailand's deep south, security forces have shot dead 2 suspects believed to have been involved in the recent Tak Bai attack. One of the men, aged 23, was already wanted on theft and drug distribution charges. Forensic examinations linked his DNA to parts of a firearm recovered after the earlier attack. The second suspect was wanted on charges including murder and theft. Police recovered 2 firearms during the operation, including one stolen from a police officer during the August 2nd attack. Authorities now say 14 people have been identified in connection with the case. 11 have entered the legal process, and 1 suspect remains at large. There's finally some good news for the thousands of honest candidates caught up in Thailand's civil service exam cheating scandal. Officials say the number of people believed to have cheated remains at around 6,000, but those who genuinely passed the examinations can now expect to receive appointment notifications during August. A welcome development for those who managed to complete the old-fashioned way, using nothing more than a pen, paper, and their own brains. The Songkhla provincial police chief has suspended a police sergeant following disturbing allegations involving the production and sale of explicit videos. Investigators say more than 20 victims have now been identified, with the youngest allegedly just 4 years old. One woman claims she was manipulated into a relationship after discovering she had secretly been filmed. She says the relationship lasted 2 years, during which she was repeatedly forced to participate in recordings. The case has also revived questions surrounding an accident involving the officer earlier this year, when more than 10 mobile phones and quantities of drugs reportedly spilled onto the road. The officer claimed the drugs had been confiscated during police work. He now remains suspended while the investigation continues. A football match in Narathiwat ended in tragedy when lightning struck the stadium during play. 1 player lost his life and 8 others, including several Malaysian nationals, were injured. The victim had only recently signed for Yala FC, having previously played for Pattani FC. Wildlife officials are investigating after a park ranger was found dead inside a wildlife sanctuary in Uthai Thani province. The 48-year-old failed to attend a scheduled meeting to help organize a youth camp. When colleagues searched for him, they found his personal belongings near his quarters, together with evidence suggesting he had been attacked and dragged towards a nearby stream. Officials believe he was killed by a tiger. The sanctuary has been temporarily closed, while wildlife experts investigate. Meanwhile, residents in Kampeng Phet province are also being warned after reports of a mature tiger roaming rural communities. Several chickens have reportedly disappeared, and rangers have confirmed finding large feline footprints. Meanwhile, a little brighter news from the local property market. Estate agents across Pattaya say condominium sales are finally beginning to pick up after a sluggish year. Prices remain well below previous highs, meaning bargain hunters are starting to return, particularly those looking for heavily discounted investment properties whose owners have simply grown tired of waiting for buyers. Local realtors say many now have lists of genuine steal deals. And finally, good news for anyone heading into Pattaya. Despite the ongoing roadworks along Second Road, traffic remains surprisingly light. For once, the repairs appear to be causing very little disruption, making now an excellent time to enjoy the city without spending half the afternoon staring at the back of someone else's bumper. Scattered storms remain likely throughout the day, with a high of 31 degrees, dropping to 27 overnight. Another umbrella day, and probably another day when you'll be grateful for the air conditioning once you get back indoors.
Local and national news today from Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or program, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.